This is Barbara Groark of Cape May Radio. Today we're putting the WCFA Spotlight on Lou Paradise, a board member at the Cape May Kiwanis Club. The club is about to celebrate its 100th anniversary with a big dinner at the Grand Hotel on April 27th, Grand Hotel, Beach Avenue, Cape May. Lou's here to talk about Kiwanis and tell us about their programs and invite you all to the dinner. Lou, good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. Very nice to be with you today, dear. Thank you so very much.
I don't know much about the Kiwanis Club, except I looked a few things up on Google. I see the signs with the big K and the circle driving into various towns all over the map, and the big K and the word Kiwanis. What does Kiwanis mean?
Well, the word, I believe, according to the folklore, came from an Indian proverb. We don't know exactly all of the details, but something within the framework of service and kindness and consideration, and it was formed around that idea that service really needed to be had, that people were in need and needed to have some organizational group fill that need, especially as the looking at 1924. A lot of things happened before the Great Depression. The founders, the folks who were the business people who were part of the foundation piece of Cape May, New Jersey, came together for very specific purposes, and seeing how we needed to support children more readily, how many more things needed to be done for our nation's children. Kiwanis is actually an international, probably one of the largest international groups of volunteer organizational groups around the world that provide service. And it's, again, all of our programs are about children and their families for that most part. So that's kind of how it all got started to whatever degree. 100 years later, I think some of the people who originally founded had no idea how large, and it was going to be not only just local, but international, which has been the key. And that volunteerism is alive and well in Cape May, New Jersey, and around the world, because we all know the world is suffering from all kinds of things. And one thing for sure, children, I mean, why are they important? Well, maybe just for the starters, they're the future of the entire planet Earth. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Right.
And right. And we need to give them everything they need in order for them to thrive and succeed and be able to learn and grow and be good, become the kind of citizens in the world that we know for sure, to assist all of the rest of the world that we know. And look, wouldn't we want the kind of world everybody would want to live in? And some of the stuff happening around at least what we hear on the news is really sad for me personally. Walking the walk, talking the talk, being a model example of what a community really looks like and feels like, and how we really do not spend 1 second of ever leaving anyone behind,
right,
leaving anybody in want. So Kiwanis has always been about that. We have some very our business leaders, the Swain group, the family, Nick and everybody were very involved. And everybody knows here, why do people love coming to Cape May? Because it's conducive to family and children. And so that's kind of, that's a thumbnail sketch of why Kiwanis. We are very different than there are a lot of other clubs out there, service clubs, but we like to pride ourselves on the fact that a very diverse group of people come to become members, volunteers, Kiwanians, if you will, in order to continue to carry out the important service to children in the various needs, both from a food sufficiency perspective, because if children aren't eating breakfast and lunch and stuff, how in the world are they going to learn and or develop? Literacy is really important, and a lot of the programs we can talk about today that we want people to be aware of, because we're always looking for folks to help us financially in order to support the very nature of our foundation of our whole entire world, let alone our society and in the country and locally,
So you're promoting and trying to pass on that service attitude. I noticed when I was reading a little bit of the history, it started off as kind of a business networking for professionals and business people, and it went very quickly to the service sector with the 6 principles and so on that you have on the CapeMayKiwanis.com, is it, or .org?
Yes,
it shows the principles that are the basis of the group. It became very service oriented. And I noticed that you even coordinate internationally with UNICEF sometimes when
Yes.
it's talking about elimination of iodine deficiency and certain other preventable things that go on around the world, whether it has to do with cleaning up lead paint, neonatal tetanus. It's kind of very impressive. And then the local chapters decide on what they want to focus on themselves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, and Barbara, just on a note of that, kind of a bookmark, a lot of people wonder, well, why are you going to go to places like Africa or India or wherever? Well, we happen to live on one planet. Um, we're global citizens now. We know this is an absolute fact. Somewhere through the process, we also know that one child anywhere in the world is going to affect one of our children here or vice versa. To be
Hmm.
able to have them do something collective where we get a lot of the obstacles and in terms of these kinds of issues, lead and paint, iodine deficiency, food and nutrition deficiencies, literacy. You know, we got a lot of countries, Africa being one of them, where all of their history is oral. Having somebody be able to teach them how to read is oftentimes taking groups of people and doing it from an oratory point of view, because some of them do not read languages per se. But I think the most important thing is we see the effect in historical record of somebody from all over, since we have, you know, one race, the human race, thank you very much, that we have this opportunity to be of service to children. There cannot be an exception, but it does, and I think the other side of it in the theme sense, it does have to start at home. It has to start locally, you know, and that's where this organization has gone. Like you said, with UNICEF connection, we've done things for, you know, food relief for children all over the world, and you know, it's hard for anyone to believe that we would have food insufficiency in the United States anywhere, but we know that's a very real issue. You hear it
Hmm.
all the time. And we want to end that. We want to end that. We want to end illiteracy. We want to be able to make sure our kids are get the best life process and to start off and in the interim, because we do things for little ones all the way through high school and college.
Yeah, tell me about the K Club and the Circle K.
Yeah, these are all our children's programs, and one of the most incredible programs about direct to incentivizing children to have fun learning and to get an incentive reward is in the middle of Circle K and K Kids is our bug program. Now, this is not a gut bug, like all of us young kids love to go out and collect bugs, you know, ladybugs and all that, but that's not this program. This bug program is an acronym for Bring Up Grades for elementary school, and our president, who was a former teacher, along with a lot of our organizational groups and teachers and retired teachers, we do a tutoring program. But the bug program is so unique. We go into all the local elementary schools. We establish what the program is. Kids love having a good reason to win something, to be recognized, like all of us, appreciated. And it's astounding how many more kids are affected by just realizing to focus on how do we bring our grades up? How do we do better homework? All those things how do we learn better? How do we learn and enjoy it? So our celebration for that is we have a certificate that they have accomplished this incredible thing of bringing their grades up, a literal certificate and a prize. And our group of Kiwanians go into the school. They have a note of, you know, like in the auditorium, they have a notice. We make a big thing of it. And this, I'll tell you, Barbara, the look on one child's face, having that in their hands and looking at somebody who just gave them something to appreciate who they are and that they've done something cool for themselves. And a little prize could be a pen, or it could be a crossword puzzle, or a gift of learning. It's usually some educational kind of thing.
Right.
The look on their face, Barbara, is like they just had Christmas. It's just the most heartwarming, amazing thing.
Okay, the celebration at the Grand Hotel on the 27th to celebrate 100th anniversary
Yeah.
of Kiwanis. Is anybody invited?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what we have. We do have a very small amount of tickets left over because of the fact that this will be coming to folks. The last days are before the 20th. that's when we have to notify the Grand Hotel how many folks are coming. So we do have some tickets left. If they would like to buy tickets, very happy to have them to do that. I will send you the information on all of the details, so we get that squared away for that part of it. The other side of it is that folks can donate to all of these things that we're doing for kids, especially our scholarship fund for our graduating high school students, which is just a godsend for books. I mean, everything is so expensive, my goodness. So they certainly can donate as well. If they want to donate, they can do that all year long for all practical purposes.
At your website.
Yeah, at the website, exactly. Go and
Yes.
And we'll want to know more information about the club, what we do, who we are, what we stand for. That's the most important thing, as you know, with all of our young people. That should be a requisite for anybody. What do you believe in? What do you stand for? Why do you do what you do? I mean, these are most important things to make sure people really understand the nature of a volunteer club, organizational groups that do this kind of work. And we're very proud of it. That's the 100th anniversary. So, a centennial celebration of anything in our organization, as you know, is so important. It's one really incredible milestone, because how many organizational groups, compared to how many companies have been here and now are gone,
have that longevity, yeah.
And have the vibrance of a continuation and a need that needs to still be satisfied. So our mission, as a Marine Corps combat veteran, I can tell you, I'm very proud of the fact that men, women, and our young people who are tech high schoolers who are part of Kiwanis Club have this phenomenal desire to really touch the fabric of another person's life. To really, again, within the Marine Corps or in any of the military service, we never, ever leave anyone behind. We always make sure we can help elevate, you never leave people where you found them. You want to help them out, right? Because this is all part of our collective journey as people, to be able to bring value and to be able heart and soul of, hey, look, what are we all doing here, for goodness sakes? And if we're not doing something that inspires, encourages, and motivates, especially our young people, then we have missed the boat altogether. And I know that thank God, more good people in the world are alive and well than not, because that's why the world is still ready to take on challenges and do the right thing. If you want to lower your blood pressure, and stop listening to the news, pick up the social media a little bit, all of that.
Right.
And
turn on the radio and listen to our station and join the Kiwanis Club.
That's right. Some great poetry, some fabulous jazz will soothe your soul.
Right.
Hey.
Exactly. Lou, it's been great talking to you.